In today's broadcast of CedarSpringsTV Live, we'll be talking about Cedar Springs High School's new SOAR motto, as Josie Kenyon interviewed various students, as well as the creator, Mrs. Ahmed, to give us some info on it.
And then we'll send off to Evan, as we'll be talking the new changes to the handbook, such as the new hat rule, then how students and teachers feel about it, as well as if they believe they were necessary changes.
After that, we send it over to Cole Detloff to highlight what makes a student here at Cedar Springs High School successful and get some tips from a student as well as one of our very own teachers.
And finally, we'll send it to Bryce. He talks about the fall sports as well as interviewing some of the members of the girls golf team on how their season is going so far.
All this and more on CedarSpringsTV Live. Hello, I'm Eli Malone.
And I'm Kevin Vanderheg.
Welcome to this broadcast of CedarSpringsTV Live.
Eli, you're looking very nice today. What's the occasion?
It's Friday, baby! Yeah!
You know, I would say this year of high school seems a lot more connected than the previous years.
I agree, Kevin. I think a large part of that is due to the new SOAR motto we have here at Cedar Springs High School. We'll now send it off to Josie Kenyon to give us more on the new motto, as well as interviewing the founder of the motto, Mrs. Ahmed.
Hi, this is Josie Kenyon,
and Ashlyn Wood.
reporting from CSTV.
Today we'll be interviewing our fellow staff and students to get insight on their attitude towards our new school motto.
SOAR, which stands for Strive, Optimism, Acceptance, and Responsibility.
I'm really excited that we switched to SOAR this year. Self-safety and others is actually embedded within SOAR.
I feel like this motto has really changed, because you don't have to use it in just school.
Every student can relate to it. Every student can take ownership of it.
Always strive for success.
Wider spectrum.
I feel like it gives kids a better response to how they should be doing in school.
I feel like our atmosphere.
The atmosphere.
New atmosphere of the school.
Much better than previous years.
You know, I feel like it's more positive.
It's a lot better.
Changed, especially over the years.
Electric. You know, the first day of school, they had the whole band in the hallway. And I thought that was just woke everybody up, made everyone stay up.
The attitude towards academic load and just time managing everything that comes with school. Kids are starting to really care about their academics seriously and realizing what's after high school.
SOAR has affected my athletic performance by just trying to be a better teammate, trying to be a better competitor.
SOAR has affected my academic performance with just having a good mindset and attitude.
Some academic goals I set for myself is to try my personal best.
SOAR has affected my academic performance and attitude by having a more positive attitude towards school.
SOAR has affected my academic performance this year.
Some goals I've set is basically trying to get into a college and to get good grades this year.
I just wanted to help rebuild the program basically. Just within the school, there's just a lot of negative feelings toward band. Rebuilding the program and really getting it up to something that can be great.
I feel like staff should be the ones that implement it because it gives a good atmosphere for students.
Really important for staff to be guided by the same expectations as students.
New principal.
Our principal, Mr. Simmons, talks a lot about ownership,
optimism,
responsibilities,
trying to strive to be better.
Optimism
includes everyone.
A negative environment, a negative attitude is really contagious, but so is having optimism and having a positive attitude. So I have a question for you, Red Hawks. What do Hawks do?
We soar.
We soar.
We soar.
We soar.
Sounds like they'll be soaring through this school year.
Back to our anchors, Kevin and Eli. This is Ashlyn Wood
And Josie Kenyon,
signing off.
Eli, I love the changes they did around the school this year.
I agree, Kevin. Why are you wearing a hat? That's not allowed here at Cedar Springs High School.
Well, according to the new handbook changes, hats are allowed now.
Oh, sweet.
Yes, sir. And we'll send off to Evan Madsen as he elaborates more on those changes.
Hello fellow humans, it's me, Evan Madsen here from CSTV. Today we're going to be interviewing students and teachers and their opinions on the new student handbook changes. Let's go.
I love the allowance of hats. I actually wish I had one on right now. Can't do my hoodie, which is a little bit tragic for me, but I get it. The hoodie hides the ears, which is a location that, you know, can be a little tempting to pop that AirPod in, you know, get that little Beats Studio in there. And if you wear a hood, it's easy to hide that.
So hats, like, I understand why we're totally okay with it, why having hats is, you know, completely fine now. The hood thing though, lots of people have the ability to hide their headphones in their ears. And so it's really difficult sometimes for teachers to be able to tell.
I like that we're allowed to wear hats now. I think it was a welcome change, and I didn't really agree with the rule in the first place that we weren't allowed to wear them.
I've seen a ton of people wearing them way more often than obviously before, since they weren't supposed to be worn. And I think it is a great way for kids to express themselves in any way they like.
Yeah, sometimes I'll just see a kid just sitting in class, rocking his backward hat, and I'm thinking, that kid's comfortable.
We feel more welcome and we feel more heard. We feel like our complaints have been listened to, and I think it's something that needed to be changed.
It was more of like, is it a distraction in class? Does it affect our learning? If it does, then I'm gonna have a problem with it. So I don't think it's affected me too much, but I do have to be more aware of the hoods to keep up with that rule.
You know, I'm not really a big handbook guy, so I don't have any other ideas of the handbook.
I think that we should be able to like leave for lunch. I think open campus was like something that we should bring back, because there's really no reason why we should be like locked in at lunch if we are not really doing anything.
It was just always a little stressful for me personally to have to remember, oh, that kid's wearing a hat.
I think the hat change has made me more comfortable in the class because I feel like I can wear what I want to without having to constantly be stressed about like having to take it off.
Well, Earthlings, I'm going to go back into my cave. Now throwing it back to Eli and Kevin at CSTV.
I'm loving those new alterations to the handbook. It's clear that the staff here at CSHS is listening to the student body and making the necessary alterations.
I agree. I feel like these will truly help students feel more comfortable around the school.
I agree. Kevin, what do you think makes a student successful in high school?
I think what makes people more successful in high school is A, listening to their teachers, and B, turning in their schoolwork on time.
I agree. Those are two key cogs for success. Well, now I'll send it off to Cole Detloff to get his viewpoints of both the teacher and student and what they believe makes a student here at CSHS successful.
Hello, this is Cole Detloff from CedarSpringsTV. Here at Cedar Springs High School, we love motivated, hardworking, and respectful students. Now, sometimes we understand when people forget these aspects, but today we're here to remind you and motivate you for the school year.
I think well-rounded students display a number of characteristics in the classroom itself, so like solid work ethic, ability to try new problems without necessarily being told how to do things, ability to work with others, effectively and have good group conversations. I think those are all really important things. I think well-rounded students also, outside of the classroom, they have a variety of interests, or they're at least still curious in a number of areas. So rather than just being curious in the math classroom, maybe they're curious about literature, or they just like to read, as well as like math, or being curious about science.
Just be ready to work, really is what it comes down to. You have to be ready to kind of give it all you got, because it's going to take basically everything. If you're really trying to do it right, it's going to take all your power to get good grades. Personally, I'd have to say like using all possible resources, like the internet. I love the internet, and I use it quite a bit to find out like things that I don't understand. It's going to be your greatest teacher when you don't have a teacher around.
I think a lot of things in life are about mindset. What I've noticed is some people will walk into a classroom and just have negativity toward a subject, and it could be because of past performance. It could be because of past experiences with a teacher. But I think if you just kind of change how you think about things, instead of coming into a class and being like, oh, I hate science, for instance, you know, find like 1 or 2 or 3 cool things that, you know, just kind of are interesting in that class and focus on those. Don't come in with a solid negative thought. Try to turn it into just some positive thoughts. And I think that applies to a lot of areas of life.
I think it's a lot of work. I think there's, you have to like stay on top of stuff. It's really easy to get behind. And I think the key is to like, when you're assigned things, actually do them. You know, the teachers assign you work for a reason. And so by doing it, you're improving your chances at success. So working in and out of school is absolutely vital for like a decent grade in certain classes.
Thank you, Mr. Painter and Luke Marsland, for sharing your own opinion on student success here at Cedar Springs High School. Personally, I would encourage everyone to have motivation inside and outside the school for not only GPA success, but real-world success as well. That's it for me. Cole Detloff from CedarSpringsTV, signing off. Back to Eli and Kevin.
Thank you, Cole. Those are definitely some tips Eli needs in school.
I agree. I struggle with procrastination a ton.
Anyways, Eli, have you kept up with the fall sports this year?
I have. I've watched a lot of the soccer games this year. They're a really fun group to watch.
I agree. But I feel like there's some sports that don't get enough recognition that they deserve.
I agree. I believe girls golf is one of them. I just heard one of her own golfers, Ava Relich, shot an 81 the other day. I couldn't imagine doing that myself.
Oh, we know Eli. We've seen you. Anyways, let's send off to Bryce Labano as he elaborates more on the fall sports that are happening this school year.
Hello, my name is Bryce Labano from CedarSpringsTV, and today we are talking about the fall sports at Cedar Springs High School. First off, we have football. The football team has been 0-3 of them, being playing very competitive teams such as River Rouge and Zeeland West, all top 5 D3 teams. This last week, they played Catholic Central at Catholic Central, losing 21-20 and a tragic loss to a 2-point conversion. Next up, we have boys tennis. Boys tennis has not been doing too good right now, as they've only won 1 match but are still looking to come back for the rest of the season. On September 13th, the volleyball team played South Christian here at home, losing all 3 of their matches neck to neck, having a tragic loss to all 3 of them. Next up is cross country. The team has not been doing as good as I thought they would, as they just played 6th in their last conference event. However, the team is looking to come back and win. Now we're going to head into a few interviews with the girls golf team, including Ava Relich and Corinne Wiles.
Coming into the season, I was feeling, pretty confident. I had some goals set and I was hoping to accomplish them. I wouldn't say there were really any challenges. I just found that, there were things I had set, and I did some summer golf over, the summer and even spring, and I was just hoping to, get there mentally.
We've been doing pretty good. Each match, it gets better and better.
The season has been going pretty good. I think that, each of us have had our tough matches, but I think that we've had some great rounds so far. I'd say the team's been doing great. The last couple matches, we've had a new team PR, so that is, super excited. And I think that the only thing we can just improve is, just getting better 1 stroke at a time.
It's great to see all of our Cedar Springs athletes are succeeding this fall so far.
I agree. I think it's awesome the amount of success we're having in our school this year, too.
Unfortunately, Kevin, I think our time is coming to an end today.
I agree. I've had an amazing time with you.
Good luck to all of our Cedar Springs athletes this weekend, and have a great weekend. And remember, it's a great day to be a Red Hawk.
Cheers.